Today I am going to listen a story about GameStoppers, the dumb money revolution. In a small town, not far from Wall Street's towering skyscrapers, lived an unassuming man named Keith Gill, who went by the online moniker RoaringKitty. Keith was just an everyday guy, working a mundane office job that paid the bills but left him yearning for something more. Little did he know that he was about to become the unlikely hero in the ultimate David versus Goliath tale. It all began with a trip to the mall, where Keith visited his favorite store, GameStop, the once popular video game retailer that had fallen on hard times. As he browsed the shelves, Keith couldn't help but overhear conversations about the stock market and GameStop's plummeting share price. It piqued his interest, and he decided to dig deeper into the company's financials. Late one night, while sitting in his cramped apartment, Keith started researching GameStop, and the more he delved into the numbers, the more he realized that the stock was heavily shorted by some of the biggest hedge funds on Wall Street. A brilliant idea began to form in his mind. What if he could rally the masses, the dumb money, to band together and take on the financial titans who had bet against GameStop's success? With a sense of purpose he had never felt before, Keith decided to put his life savings into GameStop stock. He bought shares and posted his analysis on an online forum, explaining why he believed in GameStop's potential. He didn't have the slick charm of Wall Street traders or the confidence of a seasoned investor, but what he did have was passion and a genuine belief in the underdog. As Keith's social media posts began to gain traction, the dumb money started to take notice. Ordinary people, just like Keith, who had never considered investing before, were drawn to his story and his genuine enthusiasm. The movement began to grow, and soon, GameStop stock was on everyone's radar. David and Goliath were in the ring, and Goliath didn't see it coming. Keith's story of a regular guy challenging the establishment resonated with people across the nation. His message was simple: hold the line. He urged his followers to retain their shares and not be swayed by the panic and pressure from Wall Street elites, who wanted to drive GameStop's price down. The drama was escalating, and the world was watching. The Wall Street establishment couldn't believe what was happening. The elite hedge funds, who had bet heavily against GameStop, were losing billions. Panic swept through the financial world as the dumb money rebellion continued to gain momentum. In the middle of all this chaos, Keith Gill, the unassuming GameStop champion, became an overnight sensation. He was portrayed by the talented actor Dano in the hit film GameStoppers, which told the incredible story of the underdog who stood up to the financial giants. The film had moments of both drama and comedy. It depicted the absurdity of Wall Street, where men in expensive suits placed bets on companies they knew little about, while regular folks were shaking the financial world to its core. The absurdity and irony of the situation was not lost on the audience, and they couldn't help but laugh at the audacity of it all. Meanwhile, the financial media couldn't get enough of the story. TV anchors and financial pundits debated the Reddit revolution, as they called it, with fervor. They interviewed Wall Street experts who were baffled by the rise of the dumb money movement. The comedy of the situation was on full display as Wall Street insiders tried to comprehend how an army of amateur investors, armed with Reddit threads and meme stocks, could challenge their dominance. The film also delved into the lives of some of Keith's followers. There was Sarah, a single mother who invested her meager savings in GameStop, hoping to secure a better future for her daughter. Then there was Mike, a struggling artist who decided to HODL GameStop shares instead of selling them to pay his rent. These ordinary people's stories added heart and depth to the tale, showing that the dumb money movement was about more than just financial gains. It was about empowerment and taking control of their own destinies. As the battle raged on, the comedy and drama reached their peak. Wall Street tried to outsmart the dumb money by implementing all sorts of tactics to bring GameStop's stock down, but the GameStoppers held firm. The financial elites were met with an unwavering wall of support from the small investors who were determined to prove that they could outplay the big boys at their own game. The climax of the story came when the GameStop stock price reached unprecedented heights. The comedy of it all was that Keith Gill, the man who started it all, became a millionaire in the process. He didn't change, he still lived in the same modest apartment, but now he had the financial security he had never dreamed of. In the end, GameStop's incredible rise forced Wall Street to re-evaluate its practices. The drama was not without consequences, as regulatory bodies and lawmakers scrutinized the events and the role of social media in shaping the markets. But the dumb money revolution had already made its mark. The story of GameStoppers, the ultimate David versus Goliath tale, inspired millions to take charge of their financial future, while also providing moments of comedy that showcased the absurdity of Wall Street. It was a story of ordinary people rising up, challenging the status quo, and having the last laugh as they turned the tables on the financial giants. And so, the legend of Keith Gill, the unassuming champion of GameStop, lived on as a symbol of hope and empowerment for the dumb money everywhere. It was a story of drama and comedy that would be remembered for generations, reminding us that in the world of finance, even the little guy can have their day. Hope you like the story. Hit the like button and share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and turn on the notification. Thank you.